Pat my blade in my hand. Yeah. That's
Dude, this is addictive. Now I know why they do it.
Yes.
This is cool.
It is cool, and you know, it does a few things at the same time. One of those things is it tempers just slightly.
So you're probably getting this. What am I doing there?
So if you jab. Oh dear. All right, Ed here, Metrolina Martial Arts. We're gonna.
I put these. I don't know how to put them back now.
So the wooden dummy has a lot of different applications, and we're gonna work through some of the basics here, and I'm gonna show you how to actually like.
This is gonna make me a kung fu master for sure. Right?
Yeah, for sure. So the wooden dummy, first of all, let me talk about the Mook Jong here. So these
are loose.
Yes.
Are they supposed to be loose?
They're supposed to be.
Right.
The reason they're supposed to be loose is to simulate some type of zone. Yeah.
Right.
All of them except for this one shouldn't be, but someone landed on it. So
Someone landed.
like.
Sorry, guys.
No, it's okay. So these approximate your forearms or punches.
Right.
This simulates a low punch. So get your mind under gutter.
I know it. No, that's this one.
Oh.
This
Yeah.
right here.
I wish, but it's supposed to simulate the leg. Yeah.
Lit the
Leg
muscles.
Yeah.
Lit the leg muscles.
So there's lots of different ways to apply it, and I know you were over here messing with it, but
Yeah, I don't know anything. I've never ever even touched one. I own one
Mm-hmm.
that someone gave me. Never even put it up.
which is a shame because I think yours has got the. Doesn't it go through here like that? Isn't it like super fancy?
Mine's way nicer than this one.
Yeah. This one is homemade. You can't get one like this, but his does look nice. So the first one I want to show is a shift, and it's pretty cool. I've heard this called the Dempsey shift, but I'm pretty sure they misnamed it. But what I'm here is I'm going to attack both here, like so, right hand palm up, left hand palm down, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to push it to this corner, and then scoop it this way.
Do you want another angle
Now-
on that?
In a second, yeah. So when I'm here, boom, and then I touch
This
here.
one.
Yeah. So I start low.
You're pushing this way.
Yep.
Then this way.
Scoop it. So here, scoop and touch. Okay, try it.
Here.
Yep.
And then scoop to the same one.
Yeah, but keep connection the whole time and go over the top through the
Over?
middle. Yeah.
And
so you
then-
should hit all four quadrants of.
Oh, I gotcha.
That.
So it's up in that corner, down in that corner, over
Yep.
in that corner,
Yep, and
up in that corner.
Correct.
All right.
Yes.
Oh man, so that's why it moves. You have to be very deliberate. Because if they were just rock solid, didn't move, you could just,
You could just be all flowery.
and there'd be no way, no feedback to know did you actually hit each part of the movement. That's
correct.
All right.
Good.
Okay.
Now, bottom arm will come to touch that one.
So when?
When you start to scoop, now on the lift, reach up to touch. Yes! That's it. Good. One more. Yes. Now, one thing you're already doing, which is awesome, is you're moving the whole base. You're actually using it as it should be used and not like this is super fragile. Yes.
Yeah.
A big problem I have with people that do the dummy, I'm not gonna like name any art or anything because it's not ubiquitous.
Do
It's
it.
just- It's just.
Do it. Say it. Name names.
All right, it's Jeet Kune. So, no, a lot of problem that Jeet Kune people have with it is because they're not formally trained by a Wing Chun person on this, since this is the Wing Chun base, is that they're so delicate with it, and like there's certain parts of it that like when you do it, it looks really weird when you don't have the application. One of those, and I'll get to it in a minute, is called the taksao, which is a lift. So if you're here, this looks very wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. But in reality, it's a push, and I'm pushing the whole thing in. So,
I mean, you're attacking a person. We're trying to do violence. To
yes,
people,
but
you know?
they're too busy like, oh, I don't want to hurt this ornate thing. It's meant to be hurt. That's why it's made of wood.
It's made of wood.
So that one, this first one here, one more time, it's here, and then I'll move it up and touch here.
What are you hooking with here?
My
like this thing?
Yeah, the
this
pad of
area,
my
right?
pad of my blade in my hand. Yeah. That's
Dude, this is addictive. Now I know why they do it.
yes.
This is cool.
It is cool, and you know, it does a few things at the same time. One of those things is it tempers just slightly.
So you're probably getting this. What am I doing there?
So if you jab, I can block
Right.
here, and then I'll scoop and touch.
Yeah.
That's the idea behind it. The bottom hand right now is kind of not free floating.
Yeah.
So if it's here, I'm keeping that up, and then I'm checking this hand.
Yeah.
The idea behind it is, in Filipino martial arts, they call it checking. Or I think of it more as monitoring.
Monitoring, yeah. It's in Muay Thai. You do the same thing.
Yeah, you touch
the
there.
gloves. Touch
yes,
it, yeah.
It's the same thing. So when you jab here, I'm gonna scoop and monitor this hand. So if you fire it, I can
at least feel it.
I'll feel it.
I get it.
Okay. So that's that first part. That's what we're doing. So if I jab you, you now have there, and now for just a split second, you have that exactly.
What about? And now we're getting a little. Here. I'm thinking, so, boom.
Yes.
That's the same thing.
It
so you
is.
could probably tailor these ideas to your, whatever your thing is.
Yes.
This could easily be a collar tie.
It could easily be
or a strike, or, yeah, okay, I get it.
Yeah, and then.
All right, it's not as dumb as I thought it was.
If I do a form here, and then, Wing Chun please don't,
Oh yeah, you're gonna mess this all up.
yeah, well, they're gonna be like, uh-oh, you showed a form you're not supposed to show on the internet. So.
Is that a thing?
Unfortunately. So, if I do the whole form, right? Like, they just see that and you're like, okay, that's cool, but that's useless.
Right. Each individual thing probably has an application, or the karate guys would call it the boinkai, or whatever they call it.
What is bunkai, right?
Boinkai, bunkai. Potato.
Exactly.
You're telling me there are things that you're not supposed to show on the internet?
Yeah.
How do people in 2022 expect to get better at things without the internet?
See, that's inherently the problem.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And there we go.
There
You
it
just
is.
solved it.
Yeah.
You just solved it in one. Oh man.
Yeah.
This is fun. So if I went this way,
And then scoop that
This
way.
one.
Now, disengage for a second. So you're here, right? Disengage and drop your right hand down. Now touch and do it on the other. Yes. That's it. Yep. And then that right hand is going to come up over on that side. Yes, that's the monitoring hand. Yep. Correct.
and you got to hear all those little hits. This is, bro.
See? And people look at this and immediately dismiss it because it's old and flowery, but it has its uses.
It's kind of like you.
Looks like that. And yeah, and like it has an analog immediately to a person. Like I've gotten much better at monitoring and trapping and things like that because of this.
There's different yields for uses of our time.
Yeah.
Obviously, time spent training and drilling with a great instructor and good partners and stuff like that would be the highest yield use of your time.
Right, exactly.
But taking some time on your own to reflect, this is not different than the heavy bag.
Right.
But dudes like the heavy bag because they're also getting a crazy good workout and building up that bone conditioning and building up power and all that, and they feel good about doing it. This like sort of exposes you. It's kind of like why guys don't like to go on like the double end bag, you know, because it's difficult.
Yeah.
I think it's that people miss the forest for the trees, so to speak. They see this and don't see what are we actually working on. We're working on specific things.
Yes.
It has a time. It has a place.
Exactly.
I dig it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put mine up at home now.
You should. Boom. Good. On the other side. Good. So that, again, we call it the shift. And the reason it's the shift is in the perfect world, when you punch at me here, I'm able to get clear of your whole person and do whatever I want to do.
Or go to the other side.
Yes, if I'm
And
here.
then do it again.
And I can get here. And this hand comes again here, and now I could just keep trading.
Go this way and that way.
And a big question that I don't have an answer for because it's going to depend on the individual.
I'll have it. Go for it.
Okay, is this worth it considering the cost? Like if you go on Amazon, you can buy one of these for a certain amount of hundreds of dollars, like $400, $500. Do you get a heavy bag or just say screw it to both of them and then you just find a person to train with?
Yeah, so no, it's not worth it. But unless you have the time, space, and money to do it. I would equate it, I think, a better than double end bag is the speed bag. Right?
Okay, yeah.
You can go your whole career and never touch a speed bag.
I've never touched a speed bag.
And you'll be fine.
Yeah.
You'll be good. It won't make the difference. If you're gonna be good, you're gonna be good. The speed bag won't make the difference. But if you've done your road work and you've done your drilling and you've done your coaching and you've done your sparring and you've done your heavy bag and you're just not ready to leave the gym, or you wanted to use it as a warm up because you enjoy it, you should do it. I think that this probably goes in there.
I'd agree.
There's higher yield uses of time, but it's not a total waste.
I agree.
If you can only train 1 or 2 hours a week, I would say no.
Yes.
But if you love martial arts and that's like what you do all the time, I would say yes.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Because if you have the time.
I think sometimes people forget. It's like with any of these low yield uses of time, people see other people doing it and then they're like, that's a waste of time.
Yes.
For you.
Yes, exactly.
You know, you got a full-time job and you get to the gym once or twice a week, man. No, you need to be like jabs and crosses.
Yeah.
Jabs, crosses, head movement.
Yeah,
that's
head
what we
movement,
work on.
and then work with people. Yeah.
Yeah. But
that's tough.
if you have multiple hours a week to train and you're sufficiently good at your whatever your main thing is, you know.
Yeah. And to me, what I just showed you, this is at the end of most of the forms in Wing Chun that I was taught via Jeet Kune. So I'm sure it's distilled and refactored, but at the end of every form, that is in it. So there's 10 that Bruce Lee had, and then there's 10 more that Bruce Lee just made up. Because that's also, I think people get too stuck on, you can only do what they've shown.
And that's at the end?
Yeah, like, so the first one you learn for some reason is number 3.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense. So it starts with this, and this is the end of the actual form.
Yeah.
That makes it different from all the others.
Right.
But then it concludes with this to that, and then it has a flowery end.
Attacks. Right.
Yeah. The idea, I think, behind it, because sometimes, if like for example, I end on this side, I attack this side. If I end on this side for some reason, then I'll go to this side and finish on that one. But it's a different kind of attack.
But so a lot of the forms always end in this.
Either on that side or this side.
Do you know why? Because it ain't a bad idea that no matter what happens, to end with
boom, to get out.
You know what I mean?
Disengage.
Boom, 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 boom.
And then you're out. Yeah.
It's
That
not
makes sense.
bad. I mean, you see MMA fighters end exchanges with that scoop, keeping the hand up, and having the option to attack if you want. It makes sense.
Yeah. Well, sweet.
I love it.
Well, good. Now you got to get yours up and post pictures of you on the internet with it.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, if you like this and want more contact with the Mook Jong and any other...
What's it called?
Mook Jong is the wooden dummy. Mook Jong. If you like that and want more, make sure you like the video, hit the subscribe button, and if you are new, make sure you hit the bell notification so you never miss my or any other handsome face that I get on here. And I'll see you in the next one.
Les muscles.